Thank you for joining us. On September 13, President William Ruto will be marking 3 years in office. Among the key promises in his manifesto in the run-up to the 2022 general election was reducing the cost of basic commodities, fuel, and in general, the cost of living. In your view, has he achieved this?
In my view, President Ruto has not achieved the promises he made to Kenyans. The promise of lowering the cost of living and the other basic commodities. Although he tried, the government tried to bring down the cost of hunger, but all that was reversed by high taxes, because Kenyans are highly taxed today. People have lost purchasing power, people have lost disposable incomes. So even if you reduce the cost of hunger and the cost of other basic commodities, it does not have an effect because of the loss of disposable incomes. And then President Ruto also promised 1 million jobs per year. It has not been achieved. He promised a double-digit economy. It has not been achieved. He promised to reduce the tax burden, the debt burden, our debt burden. He has not done it. In fact, he has done the opposite. He has borrowed more. In the last 3 years, he has borrowed over 2 trillion. Our public debt is now at 11 trillion. And he has borrowed locally. He has outcrowded the private sector from accessing credit locally. So there are very many failures, and the things he promised, I think he has not achieved so much. What we are seeing are knee-jerk reactions to problems bedeviling Kenyans. Yes.
Maybe to kumalizia, what do you expect from President William Ruto for the remaining 2 years?
What I would expect from President William Samuel Ruto, if he wanted to do something, if he wants to do something in the next 3 years, let him take a lot of investments into manufacturing. It's only through manufacturing that we can create jobs in this country. We shall not develop this country by exporting human capital to other countries. We can only develop this country if we invest in manufacturing. If we invest in manufacturing, revive Kikomi, revive the cotton industry, revive the pyrethrum industry, revive the coffee industry, tea industry, and so on. That is the only way. He must invest a lot of resources. All these resources that they are using in empowerments, those handouts, those resources should be directed towards manufacturing. And then to give youth opportunities, he must invest in ICT hubs all over Kenya, because the world is now a small digital village. Youth can access a lot of opportunities if there are ICT hubs all over Kenya. And then another thing, he must invest a lot of resources in sports academies all over the country, because, for example, football has become a lucrative career, not just a sport, a lucrative career in the world. So he must invest in sports academies all over the country in order to generate opportunities for our youth. Yes.
Thank you so much.
God bless.
Okay. My name is Yusuf Abdinasir. Thank you for joining us. Maybe if you start with your name. On September 13, President William Ruto will mark 3 years in office. Among the key promises in his manifesto in the run-up to the 2022 general election is reducing the cost of basic commodities, fuel, and in general, the cost of living. In your view, has he achieved this?
Ruto as a president, Ruto kama president wa Kenya, anajaribu. Promise zake alifanya wakati wa campaign, naona anazimplement one by one. Kama mambo ya affordable, mambo ya empowerment, naona zinaendelea. In 3 years, anajaribu yule anaweza, maana amezifanya zingine. Sasa kwa miaka mitatu naona mmefanya hizo chache. Sasa tumempa hizo miaka 2 pia atafanya atamaliza zingine. Ndio naomba sana wa Kenya muongezee tena miaka ingine 5. We support tumjudge after 10 years. 5 years amefanya ngapi? Another 5 years afanya ngapi? Kama amefanya hizi naona kama affordable houses, empowerment, nana road infrastructure ziko kama naziona, empower kama football, angalau kama football amekuja empower vijana, anapa pesa na development. Na hizo ngine promise hajafanya, ataendelea kufanya tu. Atamaliza. Nike 3 years huwezi fanya kila kitu. Tumungoje miaka 5 afanye hizo ngine promise amalize zote. Tena muongezee ngine tena afanye. Niko na imani atafanya zote. Atazifanya zote.
Maybe ukimalizia, what do you expect from President William Ruto for the remaining 2 years?
Remaining 2 years. Remaining 2 years naona employment wa vijana ndio sasa is the next. Create jobs and employment ya vijana. Ndio hajafika hapo lakini ako on the way. Yeah.
Okay, asante sana. Thank you for joining us. On September 13, President William Ruto will mark 3 years in office. Among the key promises in his manifesto in the run-up to the 2022 general election was reducing the cost of basic commodities, inflation, and overall, by extension, the cost of living. In your view, has he achieved this?
For myself, I can say, you can see our president was to achieve many things, but the distraction was many. Since he was elected in the office, you can see there's many things, many incidents happen. There's the Gen Z movement which came and take a lot of attention of the government. So these things come. But after the Gen Z came to realize that our president, the problem, I think it was the government itself, the people who work with the president. The people who work with the president, they are not communicating. The president is working and making projects, but the people who is in the government, they are not talking and telling us what, like the road is going to Mandera. Many Kenyans don't know that road, how it's going, if it has been constructed, the communication problem. That's why the Gen Z came out. They think that our president is not working. But the reason, the time they start to communicate and people understand who is our president. So I think the Gen Z and the Chan thing, it came to be like a bonus to the government. But for myself, my view as a young person, I see, rather than the president itself, I think the people who work under the president, that is the MP, the minister, I think the problem is the people who work with the president. Because the president has the intention of giving us projects and many things. But you can see there's the people who they are doing corruption under the name of the president. You can see, like there's a case I had, the president donated the empowerment program in the State House. The president brought out and gave out motorbikes. Those motorbikes were given out. But the people who were under that project didn't give the youths. They used them for their selfish interest or other political interest. So I don't think that the president is the problem. The problem is the leadership under the president. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Economy imegrow na mwananchi ana shilingi. So I think that is me. I believe Ruto personal interest of our president as a person, like I see our president anafaa change economy, ndio tunajua kila mtu anafanyika, but our president rather than empowering our youth in sports and chan na nini, ni binadamu, is our leader. We just suggest him ajaribu kufanya vitu zile, kama economy zipunguke, watu waweze kuweka vitu kwa pockets zao. Just because rather than mimi nikisema saa hii one term na nitoe William Samoei Ruto president, nikileta mtu mwingine, I don't know if this person ataniletea pesa kwa pocket. This is the president I have. So I correct him, tuseme we raise our votes. If you don't listen to us, Siri, we'll just vote him out with our votes. We'll not go to street again and die. We will live to fight another day. So we give him chance until from today until 2027, we see if this economy will work in our favor.
For the remaining 3 years, where do you want the president to put more focus on?
Me, I think President should leave this PR thing. I think this government is doing many PR things. They need to leave these PR things. Many kipindi hapa, kipindi pale. They need to make sure that the cost of living of normal Kenyans, mwananchi wa kawaida, aweze kuweka kitu kwa mfuko. That is what we praying. We want that mama mboga who is shelling in Marikiti, at least akifanya kitu by the end of the day, akipiga tax na nini, she have something in her pocket. We need our youth waache kusit the many job opportunities, not even abroad. They can make many projects for our youth. I was saying, I come from Mandera. I say these people from Mandera, they have their herders. They have livestock. Rather than the drought period when it come, they just sit and see those livestock dying. So rather than the president will, what the president can do, open a project for meat in Northeastern so that they can slaughter and transport those meats to Middle East and other countries. That's a project that will empower these people. They know, like you can see many people from rural area, they come to Nairobi looking for just small city. We are congested. People from Western, I think President should build projects in every county, every area in Kenya, so that we can have opportunity even for those children in Turkana. So I believe it can change. No matter, I don't know who can change, but if he decided to change, he will be the president. And Kenya will love him and will vote him back.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay.